me to the Union County Utilities Authority, who I found, after reviewing their check registry, that their executive director, assistant director, and other employees were getting checks written to them. The commissioners had no idea what was going on until I brought it to their attention. Is that my job to do in my spare time? I don't get a government paycheck. I don't get a dime to do what I do. It comes down to a citizen searching for a needle in a haystack, doing routine investigative work to find these things out, to bring it to the public's attention. No one's held accountable. The controller was given 5 days suspension. The executive director found that he was doing nothing wrong. He just has to pay back the money. He's your former colleague, freeholder Sullivan. He's a 20-year freeholder. He didn't know how to appropriate funds correctly. What is his qualifications for this position? He's in over his head. He's not qualified for this job. The Union County Improvement Authority now has a resolution on their next agenda to hire an assistant for him, to assist him. So this is, you know what, I apologize to Charlotte DiFilippo. I am sorry, Ms. DiFilippo. I am sorry. This all came from her replacement, just one person being replaced. One person. The employees stayed on. It was just her that was replaced, and all this stipend scandal came about. Now we need an assistant to the director because she was replaced. Dan Sullivan is not the correct person for the job, and I would like to see the freeholders hold him accountable for that. At the very least, you should demand total responsibility. That report should be released to the public. You should be asking the prosecutor's office to look at the report, make sure it's okay. You should be calling for the prosecutor's office to do that. I shouldn't be calling the FBI. I shouldn't be calling the Department of Community Affairs. I shouldn't be wasting my free time to do that. It is not my responsibility. It is your responsibility. You are responsible for this. Whatever happened at the Utilities Authority is a reflection on all of you because you are responsible for that. You are responsible for Daniel Sullivan because you appointed him. You are responsible for him. The buck stops here. He was his only job qualification was that he was a manager of motor vehicles. He didn't know how to appropriately pay a public employee. We don't know if taxes were taken out of that, if that was done correctly. No time sheets were kept on how much time they were working on the Improvement Authority. Commissioners should be held accountable. You should change them up. They've been there forever. Change them up. Put some fresh suits in there. Certainly Commissioner Jackas, who was signing the stipend checks and also approving the paid bills list. What happened, if you haven't read the blog, which I detailed, put a lot of work into it. It was not on the paid bills list, which they approved. It was in the check registry. So I could see how they could say they didn't know about it. But you guys certainly know about it. It shouldn't be a citizen overseeing government to this extent when you're getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in director salaries. Your directors should be responsible for their underlings. You are responsible for the directors. Specifically the jail, I would like to see someone step up and take responsibility, at least for that detention center. Those kids, a lot of them, the only way the public hears about these things is if there's a lawsuit filed, and if a prisoner or a kid in the detention center doesn't have family looking out for him, there's no one to file a lawsuit.
Thank you.
They're your responsibility.